Now that we have cloned our repository on the desktop, let's make some changes to this file. For that, I will open Sublime Text, the text editor, my favorite text editor that I opened earlier to read the readme.md file. And the good thing about Sublime Text is that you can, move the entire project directly into the Sublime Text, and it shows you something like this, right? So over here, this is our readme.md file. Let's create another file. We will name it as uh, Windows S to save index.html, right? So this is our index.html file. Let's write some changes to this index.html file. Over here I am writing a very simple, like the very first, very basic structure of the HTML program. And after doctype.html, we have, right. So Sublime Text also provides auto text completion. So here I have the basic structure of our Android application, right? And now let's fill in some values. My first project on GitHub, right? Site body, we will write h1. This is the GitHub. Welcome Akadmy, right? H1. I love coding. We know you do, right? Yes. So now let's save this file. Now what I want to do is to push this file to my GitHub repository. When I say push, I basically mean right now we don't have, like, if I go back to my readme to my hello world repository on GitHub, we just have one file over here, right? And I have added another file called index.html. Now I want this index.html to appear here, so that if anyone else takes a clone of this repository, he can view this index.html file as well. So what we will do for that is, let's go back to command prompt and cd to hello world, right? And over here we can see, we can let's check the status we have of our branch. And so when I type status here, it is like your branch is up to date with origin master. That means there are no some changes, like I am up to date. I don't need to push any change from my GitHub repository. It's already up to date. But again, there is nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. Use git add to track. Talking about untracked, it means this is the file which is not present in your GitHub repository, and this is the file, this index.html is the file that you created right now. So there might be a case when you don't want to push this change to the GitHub repository because it's a personal project, or maybe you are not still ready to publish the changes. And so in that case, you will do nothing. You will simply keep taking pull of the project and keep working on it. And but here in this, since it's the production thing, it's like our website in the production thing, and I want to add a new file over here. So what I will do now is, like written here, git add, right? I will write git add index.html. So add basically adds any file to the index of the repository. So next time, whenever I'll push the changes to the repository, this file will go directly to my GitHub repo is basically repository, an acronym for repository, right? So now let's write our commit message, git commit -m index.html file added. So -m means, -m means it signifies the message attached with the commit, and this is the message that we have attached with the commit. The message is always written inside the double quotes. Click on enter. So here it is master, this is our master branch. and index.html file has added one file change. 12 insertion means 12 lines has been changed. Create mode means a new file has been created, and yes, that's it. Now let's push this back to our repository, right? So what I'll do is I'll simply enter push. So, and here there are certain messages related to the GitHub. Now it is asking the username for github.com. My username is our username, but we can check our username directly from here. This is the first thing, the Akadmy. This is my username, right? So I will write Akadmy, and let's enter whatever password you have written over there. Enter that password. So here I have entered my password, I entered my username. So now since now the changes has been written to my git repository, delta the files are compressed in this line, and then they are compressed over here. It's a message basically that the compression is happening, and it tells that the compression has happened, and then the objects has been written. 431 bytes is the size of the address, total 3, 2 https means to this repository, and this is the new branch to the new master head of our branch. Now let's go back to the website. Now let's refresh our web page. Let's see if index.html file has appeared here or not. It's still loading. At times the internet sucks, and yes, so yeah, finally, God bless. So here it is, we have our index.html file, right? So now as we can see, the file that we created here and we pushed over here, this file is finally here. Now let's click on this file and see if the content there matches the content here or not. Oh, it's completely same. God, this is amazing, right? It's not so magical yet. And now again, let's edit this file. Something went wrong, or what? Not really. Yes, come on, come on, come on. So here we have our index.html file. Now let's add some more changes, right? So now I want to add a paragraph. Enough of this thing, yeah. So I will add a paragraph. This is the change that I am making directly from my GitHub dashboard. This much change is enough, or do you want more? Come on, एक और add करते हैं. Let's add one more, right? So let's add a H4. It doesn't work like Sublime text. I have to write the entire thing. It's not that stupid either, but yeah, not as intelligent as Sublime text. So our H4 is, this is funny. Yeah. Done, right? Now let's save the changes. So again in the commit message, I'll add some message. Changes made to index.html from GitHub dashboard. Do you think it will accept such huge size of the commit? At times I think it will, and it did. Congratulations. So here we have made the changes to our repository, to our index.html file. Let's go back again to the repository. Now we have 5 commits. Again, let's check the status of our current repository on local machine. I'll click on get status, right? So over here, as I can see, our branch is up to date with origin master. And guess what? Why this is happening? We have already made some changes on our GitHub dashboard. Still it's showing that it's completely up to date with origin master. The reason is because we cloned the repository on our desktop. The right way is to take a pull of the repository. Cloning is not a very good solution. It's never a very good thing, right? So now let's take a pull. So when I click on git pull, let's see what it does. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. and here it is. Here it is. It just took the pull of my new file, and now let's see the change. See here the changes that appeared. This is the change that I am making directly from my GitHub dashboard. Now again, let's edit another file, or let's create. Sorry, click back, and I just created on creating file. It's already creating file. Why do these sites behave so weirdly at times? No, interesting. I'll refresh it. All right. Click on create new file. Come on. Here we have a file. Let's name this file as hello.html. Or do you want Java? Let's make it hello.java, right? I will write a new class hello. In Java, all the files start with an uppercase. So here it is class hello.java, and now we will write a void function, public static void main string arguments, right? And system dot out dot println. So system.out.println, it basically prints the output on the console. And again, the new commit, I'll write the commit message once I made the changes. Let this be hello.java file created. I'll commit my new file, and it's going to the server. The result is back. Now we have 6 commits and 3 files, right? Now again, let's type get status, and since it's a clone, it will again show your branch is up to date with origin master. And now what I'll do is since there might be confusion, now I don't know if there's a new file has been even added or not, right? So what I can simply do is I'll take a pull. When I click on pull, I'll get my hello.java file. Here it is, the hello.java file. Let's see if it has appeared here, hello.java, right? So that's how it mostly works, right? Now again, let's make some more changes to our hello.java file. It's opening. Yes. Come on. Right, so here it is finally. Let's take one variable a equal to 100, int b equal to is equal to 200, and int sum equal to a plus b. Then again I'll print the sum over system.out.println string dot value of sum, right? So now here it is at commit to the commit message here. So let our commit changes be sum added to hello.java. I click on commit changes, and it will save my new file to my Git repository. So by now we should have 7 commits. So let's see the number of commits that we have right now. And here it is. It's not still, but yeah, it's coming. So now we have 7 commits, right? Now what I'll do is I won't check the status of my repository now, and I won't even take a pull of the changes. I will go back, and I'll start writing my changes in hello.java. Let's see what happens, right? So I will write system out.println changes made from. So this is the change that I made in my this file. So what do you think? This file has already been changed over here, and now I'm again making the changes in this file without updating my file to the version that is there in my repository on GitHub. So what do you think will happen? A conflict. There will be a conflict between these two branches. One branch is there on my local machine and one branch is there on my GitHub repository, and both these files are of different versions. One file is going in say direction A and the other file is going into direction B, and both are in a different state. So what I'm trying to do is I am trying to merge A with B, which is basically not quite a possibility. So now what I'll do is over here, now let's again, if I click on status, get status, it will tell me that modified hello.java file has been modified. So I'll add this to my index, git add hello.java, right? I will add my commit message again, commit -m changes made to hello.java from local machine. So this is, I have added changes to my local machine, right? I have added the commit message as well. Now the next step, I will try to push this changes to my Git repository. Let's see what happens now. Do you think something will happen, or will it work? It will go very smoothly. It didn't. It didn't. So it has been rejected. The reason error is failed to push some references to github.repository. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally, and this is usually caused by another repository pushing to the same ref. You may want to first integrate the remote changes before pushing again. So now since it has shown the error, what I'll do is I'll take the pull, git pull. So the changes from the git repository appears on my local machine, is reflected on my local machine. So now we can see the pull was successful. Auto merging hello.java. It is merging hello.java on the repository, GitHub repository, with the hello.java on my local machine. There is a merge conflict because the state of both the files are different. Automatic merge failed. Merge failed because we need to fix conflicts and then commit the result. Now let's go back to my this file again. So as we can see, these are some messages. It basically tells this was the head, and I have added this. This was the change that I have added now, and these are the changes that appeared quite before. So this is the line that was already there in my local machine, and this is the line that appeared after I took a pull from my GitHub repository. So now I will remove conflicts. Let's remove these arrows and all these useless things. Remove these. The huge number basically is the tells the commit address. I will save it again. Then I'll take a pull, right? And pull is not possible because you have merged files. So now as we can see is, now let's check the status. It's again throwing some error. So over here we can see that the hello.java has been modified, but it has not been added to the index of my local git repository. So now I will add it to my local git add hello.java, and again git commit -m merge files, right? Git push or git push. A lot of people pronounce it as git, a lot of people pronounce it as jet. I prefer using both names, at times git, as times jet. It's fun, right? Yeah. So here it is. Now our file, we have pushed the changes to our git repository. Now let's see if the changes has been reflected here or not. Let's click on hello.java. So here it is the changes. So both the files are similar, right? Mostly similar, right? Completely similar. Okay. So this is all. This is actually all required for your for introduction to Git, and in the later projects, in the remaining courses and modules on Akadmy, we will be using the concepts of Git very frequently. Like almost in every lecture, we'll talk about Git at least once. So we will do have a lot of practice on Git, on GitHub, and all these things. So one more thing I'd like to tell you is practice all these steps on your own once again. In the next topic, there is an assignment. Do that assignment very religiously, and after that, because there is a quiz which is completely related to that assignment. And when I talk about assignment and quiz, I am very serious about these things, basically mostly because these are the marks that you get from assignment and the marks that you get from the quiz. These are the marks that actually uh, helps in determining your Akadmy score. And you should always strive for an Akadmy score of 9 plus. That helps you get job in like a week, in just a week after you have finished your entire course. So yeah, happy coding. We will meet again in some other course or modules. All right, bye, have fun.